What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? I know it's been a minute, man. I was kind of busy. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get a lot of chance to, make content for you guys. But yeah, sorry about that. Okay, but in this video, I kind of want to talk to you guys about the developer notes that came out. This is a very small developer note, so we're just gonna go through it quickly. But I do want to talk about like Adelaide kit and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, let's just go ahead and read through this developer note. Okay, so yeah, very simple, right? Of course, the first part of this developer note, they are introducing the season 3 Great Rift boss right here, called the Punisher of Resentment, right? So, and this boss is very, very cool looking. I'm not gonna lie, it's very freaky, right? Very gross looking, but I like the design, right? I definitely like the design, right? This thing got like what, like 3 face, 2 mouths. I'm actually no 3 mouths, because we got 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. We got 1 face here, 2, right, 3. Yeah, it's just like all over, right? Very cool design. But yeah, let's just talk about this Great Rift quickly, and then we're gonna talk about Adelaide Kid. Okay, so ahead of the Great Rift update launching with Galactic Disaster Season 3, Chapter 2, A Girl's Nightmare, we are sharing detail on the key mechanics of the new Great Rift boss, Punisher of Resentment, as well as the skill composition of the new combatant, Adelaide, aka ADHD, guys. Okay, yeah, it's kind of funny that there's ADHD on her name, like, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, 12 products prepare different strategies in advance. I already went through like the how this thing works. So for this boss, just to summarize it, you're gonna need a lot of haste cards, or you're gonna need a way to increase the action count of this thing. Okay, and also the new mechanic that comes with this boss is that it does something different based on like your mental breakdown stat. Okay, if you are inside the mental breakdown, you're gonna be this boss gonna lose the damage reduction it have, but if you are outside of the mental breakdown, yeah, it's gonna get a damage reduction as well, right? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how he plays, but he seems to be a really difficult, or I don't know, this thing, right? This thing seems to be a very difficult fight, but we'll see, right? So pretty much the new Great Rift boss, Punisher of Resentment, inflicts stress on combatant when cards are discarded. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, when you discard a card, you actually gonna be gaining a lot of stress, which means you're gonna go into mental breakdown quickly. Okay, and then it says inducing mental breakdown. It also launches consecutive attacks whenever combatants' action count decrease as they use cards. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so you definitely want to use a bunch of haste cards. Okay, so that way this thing doesn't do like some crazy damage to you and pretty much wipe you out. Okay, so you definitely want a lot of haste cards on this in order to not lose on the action count right here, so the boss doesn't hit you really hard, right? And then so it says managing mental breakdown efficiently while responding to Punisher of Resentment consecutive attacks is a key to achieving a high score. And this consecutive attack is a keyword. This is also why they are creating Adelaide. Okay, Adelaide is a defender character that revolves around giving you a bunch of shield, and also something called blessing, and also draw. Okay, so she's a draw shielder character. Okay, very like she's pretty much I think the most dedicated tank that came out so far in the game. I don't know if she's gonna be really good with like counter team though, like with Magna, right? Magna, she have a building counter in her kit, but Adelaide, she doesn't have any of that, right? Unless maybe they will give her something like that inside her F20s or anything, but we'll talk about her later. But yeah, Adelaide, she seems very interesting as well, right? And she's definitely gonna be really good here, right? Definitely very, very good right here. Okay, because if you have Adelaide, you're gonna have a lot of like easier time dealing with this thing. Okay, and then it says damage dealt by combatant to Punisher of Resentment is greatly reduced under certain conditions. This effect is removed when combatants enter mental breakdown right here. Okay, so if this boss gets the the greatly reduced damage taken like a buff, you definitely want to purposely go into the mental breakdown so you guys can remove this effect right here. Okay, otherwise you're gonna be doing little damage to this thing. Okay, so yeah, just keep that in mind. And then we have, if you fail to exit mental breakdown within the designated number of turns after entering it, Punisher of Resentment will unleash a powerful attack. Keep this in mind, right? This most likely gonna, kill you in a couple hits, right? So yeah, powerful attacks, they're definitely powerful, okay? Requiring extra caution, right? And then this boss monster requires strategy management of when you enter and exit mental breakdown in order to deal effective damage to the punch of resentment. The reason they say this mental breakdown, the reason they say this right here, requires strategic management of when you enter and exit mental breakdown is because the damage reaction right here, okay? When you enter a mental breakdown, the boss is gonna lose this greatly damage reduction buff right here, okay? So that way you'll be able to do a lot more damage, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind, okay? But yeah, the bosses seems pretty simple, right? But it's definitely gonna be hitting really hard, right? Anyways, let's talk about Adelaide next, okay? So new combat Adelaide preview. I like her design, right? She's our first child like a design right here, which is interesting. But yeah, when I first saw her design before the game even came out and stuff like that, I thought she was gonna be a 4-star. I'm not gonna lie, okay. I thought she was gonna be a 4-star, but she's a 5-star. Makes sense, right? Anyways, the new defender type combatant Adelaide is a Void Vanguard combatant specializing in protecting allies from damage. That's definitely 100% correct, because if you read her kit, yeah, she definitely have a lot of shielding capability, okay? And then she got a couple cards right here, of course. She got a couple cards as well, right? So skill card, another skill card right here. Adelaide applies blessing to allies card using the once upon a time card and cycles card by selecting and drawing blessings. Applied cards through the card protect us, right? So yeah, this protect us card right here can apply blessing to two random cards, and you're actually going to be able to draw a card with a blessing on it, okay, using her kit, okay? Very, very interesting right here. I still don't know what this blessing effect does, to be honest, but we'll see once they reveal her kit on the 26th stream they're gonna be doing, right? It says the blessing applied to allies card provides sustain by providing shield when those cards are used or discarded. So pretty much this blessing effect looks like it's going to be giving you shield whenever you discard cards, which is interesting, right? Okay. So whenever you use any card or discard them, right? Discard cards, you're actually gonna be getting even more shield. So I see. So okay, the blessing gives you more shield. Interesting. Okay. Additionally, it continuously enhances allies' stability by maintaining maximum shield strength to allies through damage reduction and retain shield. I think based on this specifically, I think she's gonna be very, very strong, man. She's gonna be sustaining your team very well, okay? Because again, it looks like she's able to, reduce the time. I guess not the time, but reduce the amount of damage the shield required before it breaks. I think she's gonna be reducing it, and so the shield can last longer, right? So yeah, I think this is interesting wording right here, right? It continuously enhances ally stability, right? The stability right here. That's a new word right here, okay? So yeah, I think her shield is gonna be very, very strong and very, very, sturdy, right? So very cool right here. And then, of course, you have two creations right here. This one is called Doggy, and this one is called Teddy. Okay, so these two creations, one is a damage dealing creation right here, and one is shielding and damage reduction creation right here. Okay, yeah, she's she got some of Orlia in her, right? Same with Orlia. Orlia is able to create a bunch of creations, but with Adelaide she's able to create two different creations right here. So again, whatever you need in your case, right, you could pick either the Doggy or the Teddy, right? So if you want the more sustain, you go for the Teddy. If you want more damage, you go for the Doggy right here, okay? Says in addition to blessing cards applied to allies, you can further customize your party's direction by utilizing Adelaide in a more offensive or defensive role, right? What they mean is pretty much the offensive is the Doggy right here, the defensive is her Teddy right here, okay? So yeah, they just mean through her creations right here, right? Doggy and Teddy blessing cards Adelaide directly select and generates, right? And of course, both of these cards, they have blessing on them as well. So you're gonna be getting the blessing effect as well, right? So very good right here. And then of course this is her card right here. Her basic cards are these three right here, right? The two basic cards give her 100% shield, and one of them later do 100% defense based damage. Pretty simple right here. Now let's talk about her main cards, right? Okay, so once upon a time is this card right here, okay? So her skill card right here. What does it is it got a 2 exhaust on it, so you'll be able to exhaust it once you use it twice, and it applies blessing to 2 random cards in the draw pile and draw one of those cards. Okay, so this is pretty much one of her main way like to utilize her blessings. Okay, so this is going to be very very important card to keep in mind. Okay, I think you could even duplicate this card. I think it's going to be really good because again, if you want a lot of draw effect on it, definitely make sure to duplicate this as well, right? You get him the blessing, which means you're gonna be getting more sustain for your team, right? And you are also getting a draw effect on it, right? So very very cool, right? And then we have the protect us card right here, which is this card right here. Okay, so protect us right here. What does is based on the name is thing that applies blessing to cards. Okay, it says draw one blessing card on the next two blessing card uses. Okay, so pretty much you definitely want to use this protect us card after using this card. Okay, because this allow you to add blessing to two random cards and draw one card with a blessing on it, and then based on the amount of cards you use, right, the amount of cards with blessing on it you used, you're actually going to be getting this effect right here. Okay, draw one blessing card on the next two blessing card uses, right? So yeah, she definitely have a lot of draw power as well, on top of like shielding, right? And then we have the friend from fairy tale, which is this card right here. It's a unique card, so you can't duplicate this, right? And it's an upgrade card, so she have a couple upgrade cards as well. So she's going to be very good for like farming save data as well, because again, when cards have like a unique card that's also an upgrade, it's a lot easier to get a save data for a card that you guys actually want. Okay, so very very good right here. Okay, similar to Veronica, right? A lot of upgrade cards right here. And what this does is it will select and create one doggy or teddy creation cards. Okay, so pretty much this is our main way of creating these two cards. Okay, the teddy and the doggy cards. Okay, so very very good right here. I think if you were able to duplicate this, I think this is going to be one of the main ones you would want to duplicate, because it's actually really good, right? Select and create one doggy or teddy cards, right? So far, her kit is pretty simple, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, next up we have the truth behind the story, which is her attack card right here. She only have one attack card beside her basic card right here. So what this does is it's a haste card, so very good for the new score challenge, because again the boss likes like you to use like a bunch of haste cards, okay, in order to survive longer. Okay, so haste card very good, and it does 200% defense based damage and then 100% damage taken by target for one turn. This is definitely a newer effect. She have a similar effect as like vulnerable you could apply on the enemy, but instead of vulnerable, she's able to apply 100% damage taken by target for one turn. So very very good right here. Okay, so you apply this, and then whenever you use any attack cards to damage enemies, yeah, you're gonna be doing 100% more damage as well. All right, so very very good right here. Yeah, very good effect right here. I like it, man. I'm not gonna lie, right? It's a damaging card that also supports you, so very good. We got the Garden of Sacred, which is this card right here, right? And her other unique upgrade card. It does a 200% shield, and then it will retain 25% of the shield, right? So very good right here as well, right? So it's an upgrade. I don't know if you get this every turn, right? I think it's most likely gonna be every turn, because it's an upgrade turn. So every turn every time your turn starts, you are getting the 200% shield. So I think that is what it is, right? But it doesn't say anything about that, so which is interesting right here. And then we have the two creations. Of course, we get a doggy. It's a haste card, which is really good, and it's also a blessing card. So the doggy does defense based damage 60% times 4. So I think this means it hits 4 times, right? This card hits 4 times, which is really good, right? Defense based damage 60%. I like it, right? Very simple, damaging card right here. Very good. And then Teddy. Sorry. Personally, I do like the Teddy a little bit better, right? Because she's a Vanguard character, right? She's a tank character, and this Teddy card is really good, okay? So what this Teddy creation does is it's a haste blessing card as well, and it does 200% shield, and it gives you 2 damage reduction, okay? What this means is, if you are able to create a bunch of these Teddy cards right here, you're gonna be getting some fat damage reduction. Okay, so you're not you're gonna be taking very little damage. Okay, so this is really good right here. Okay, I definitely gonna build her more of like a dedicated tank. Okay, and her kit seems to be revolved around being a dedicated tank, so I do like this a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, her doggy card is pretty cool, but I think this one is way better in my opinion. Right, I definitely like this one. Right, you get a shield plus damage reduction, right? Always good, right? So yeah, of course, her Epiphanies, we don't know what they do, but I'm guessing she like some of her Epiphanies maybe later work well with like counter team, right? Who knows, right? We don't know, right? They're gonna be revealing all of her like Epiphanies on the 26th stream, so yeah, just keep that in mind, okay? I'm definitely kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, okay, that she's not support for Hidemari. I was hoping for her to be a character where she's able to apply like a linked or like quotas to other cards, okay? So we could utilize Hidemari with a lot of other characters, but unfortunately that's not the case. They just made her straight up tank, which is it's okay, right? They definitely made her to work well with like Faye right here, right? Because Faye is coming out next after Hidemari. I mean, not Hidemari, Adelaide, right? So again, I think a lot of you guys are excited about Faye right here, right? Very cool right here. And this is all of her card right here, right? Faye is a card that works with extra attacks, right? Adding like multi-hit and stuff like that. So yeah, very interesting to just keep that in mind, okay? So they definitely design her to work well with Faye, unfortunately, but it's okay, right? But right, I do like her kit. It's very simple kit, right? And I think she's gonna have some very very strong, sustained epiphanies on her, right? Once we know what of her like all of her epiphanies, we're gonna get to learn more about her. But yeah, I do like her kit just based on what we got here, okay? Very, very cool right here. Says, we hope this developer note helps Protoss Beta understand the new content and prepare different strategies. We'll continue to do our best to provide Protoss with more enjoyable and satisfying content, right? Very cool right here. Very simple, you know what I'm saying? Patch note, I like it, all right? Honestly, for me though, like this side note, but I am very very excited to see what they're gonna do with Athena right here. I've been waiting for this character since the game come out, so I don't know when she's gonna come out because again, this character been on the website, right, the official website for a while now. Okay, so I don't know, we didn't get anything about her so far, right? So I don't know when she's coming out, but I'm very very excited about her. Okay, so yeah, hopefully they're gonna release her soon. Maybe after Faye, I wouldn't mind this, right? But yeah, Ifina is one of the characters I actually want, okay, to see in the game, right? Of course, I think Alexa definitely gonna be her partner. Because if you look at Alexa, she's the partner character right here, and she's a Pantheon partner right here. Okay, so I think, in my opinion, right, Ifuna partner gonna be this chick right here, right, Alexa. Let me know what you guys think about Ifuna actually, right? I think a lot of people are excited about Ifuna as well, right? Let me just go back real quick. Boom. Yeah, just a bit of a side note right here, right? She's a Pantheon as well, right? Combatant. So I think yes, Elixir definitely her partner. But yeah, Ifina is one of those characters I want to see in the game, honestly. But I don't know when they're gonna come out with her. But so far, anyways, Adelaide, very very cool character, and I think based on what I saw so far, a lot of people are excited about her as well. But yeah, very simple, design. I'm not gonna lie, right? And very very, she seems to be really really good tank. Okay. To sustain your team. So anyways, thank you for watching, and of course let me know what you guys think about the new score challenge bots right here, and also Adelaide as well. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye bye guys. And of course don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.